Raptors lose. A tough game. 109 to 114. The Groat came back. We gave him a whole tribute video, and he left with a W. Of course he did. Watching this game, the first two quarters, I was looking at this game. I was just thinking, yeah, we got this game because we were clicking on all cylinders. Everyone was playing well. Fair and Fleet, and that first quarter really brought us to a great start. Of course, the defense wasn't there in the first quarter, but I was thinking that the game was going to end out great in our favor. Then after the third quarter came in, and the fourth quarter came in, and the Miami Heat couldn't miss. The Miami Heat couldn't miss. Honestly, I honestly think that our team would have fared better if Jimmy Butler was playing because the amount of shooting they had on the court, Caleb Martin gave them good productive minutes. He had 4 blocks. Max Struess, man, that third and fourth quarter, he was just automatic. He could not miss. And honestly, I didn't like the way we were covering some of the threes because, like Victor Oladipo, he had 6 threes and at least 4 of them were open. I know he's the guy we want to take the threes, but at some point, 6 of 9, didn't miss. He didn't miss. They had like 60 points off the bench, and it was combined with Tyler Hero and Victor Oladipo. They just played great, honestly. And Kyle Lowry, he was doing a great job of finding them. He was doing a good job of finding them off pin downs and screens. Bam Adebayo did a good job cleaning the glass. They just had a great even match. And then we had a chance. We had a chance. It was 4-point game, and Perfectly had a chance, to shoot that three after we were pressing, but he missed it. And after that was basically the end of the game. This was a bad game from our bench. I think that was the biggest takeaway I took from this game. Compared to their bench, our bench didn't come to play like it has been in the past in our 5-game win streak. We did a good job getting to the free throw line. I must admit, some of the free throws from Fairley weren't warranted. But I mean, him and Kyle Lowry were both flopping. So I mean, you can take it as is. Scotty Barnes, he was shooting confidently from 3. He didn't make most of them, but he still gave us a great spark from the 3-point line. Siakam did a good job of attacking. He was doing a good job of doing a little bit of everything, honestly. He was big for us in that fourth quarter as well because we couldn't get any offense. They switched to a zone and we started missing our threes. That's another thing. We didn't shoot well from 3, 12 for 40 almost. We shot like 31%, and we averaged like 34%. So that's about under average. But we did a good job of getting to the free throw line. We missed like three free throws in the fourth, and that was big because you saw how the game ended. And Kim Birch, honestly, in his minutes, he hasn't been showing a lot of promise. I think he did a decent job on Bam Adebayo, but he hasn't been showing any offensive prowess as I'd like to see from him. Pressure Chua had a quiet game. Yeah, our bench just didn't come to play today. We had Fred and Pascal that did most of the heavy lifting on offense with, of course, Scotty Barnes. He had 19. It wasn't an easy 19. He was doing everything he could. He was playing defense. He was doing everything. He played well today. But our bench, Chris Boucher, he was active on the offensive glass, but he couldn't make the putback layups. Like, he wasn't as clinical as we known him to be. And Thaddeus Young, he still gave us good minutes. Honestly, defensively, he was active. He still gave us good minutes, but it just wasn't enough against the Miami Heat. And after watching this game, it's safe to say that I do not want to see Miami in this playoffs. Miami Heat and probably the Bucks are the only teams I'm scared of at the moment because Miami, they just have too many shooters and their bench is just too great. They have so many guards off the bench, and because our bench consists of 3, 6, 8 guys and then Armani Brooks, who we sprinkle in minutes, it's just hard. It's hard because, of course, OG wasn't playing, but they didn't have Jimmy Butler playing. They didn't have PJ Tucker playing. I think it's because they weren't, they didn't get the shot, but they didn't play most of their guys, and now we're seeing how deep they are, and they didn't even play Gabe Vincent, and that guy killed us the previous outings. He killed us. So the Miami Heat are deep, and the Raptors, we used to hang our head on our bench depth, but Malachi Flynn, because of his injury, isn't getting any minutes. Delano Banton, yeah, a lot of our bench. Like, you see, the problem with the Raptors is because we don't have a definitive bench, like as in a bench unit, we need another guard, honestly. As much as I like the 6'8", Freeman Lee can't be our sole ball handler. And Pascal Siakam does a good job, but I still would rather, because he does turn the ball over. He had some careless turnovers today, but I just need another guard. I'm not liking that Armani Brooks is the guard we're playing. Of course, he played great in that little 5 game stretch he had, and we signed him for the rest of the year. And I think multiple years. I'm pretty sure. But we're not seeing any more Delano Banton minutes. We're not seeing any Justin Champagne. And I thought he'd get more minutes because he is someone that also rebounds really well, and he has a good corner three. That I think he's like Keldon Johnson, where he can only shoot from one side of the corner. And I'm not mad at it. Corner threes are very important. And Raptors don't shoot many corner threes. I've noticed that. Most of our threes are coming from the arc because teams don't want us to penetrate and they let us shoot those threes. And I think it's gonna come to bite us in the end, in the long run, honestly. But we're now, I think we're solidified in that 6th spot. I don't know who has the tiebreaker between us and the Bulls, but because honestly, I'd rather stay 4th because I'd rather play the 76ers than the Bucks. And I don't want to take the gamble of going to the play-in because play-in is looking tough right now. Brooklyn is looking like, after Brooklyn, yeah, I don't want to take a chance. I don't want to take my chances with that, honestly. I think we should just hope. I think we should just hope that the 76ers win. But knowing the 76ers, I think they don't want to play. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. It's going to be tough. But we're going to see at the end of the season. If you like the video, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And peace.